attribute most people might think is his crazy lyricism or his unorthodox flow is actually his voice. He has a top three hip hop voice of all time. Anytime Method Man is on a song, whether it's today or in the early 90s, people had to stop and listen to see what Method Man was going to say. Even if you go back to when Meth was only just doing a hook on a song, the hook would just take the song over the top, and let alone if he gave you bars on a song, the song will be done. Method Man's greatest attribute most people might think is his crazy lyricism or his unorthodox flow is actually his voice. He has a top three hip hop voice of all time. Anytime Method Man is on a song, whether it's today or in the early 90s, people had to stop and listen to see what Method Man was going to say. Even if you go back to when Meth was only just doing a hook on a song, the hook would just take the song over the top, and let alone if he gave you bars on a song, the song will be done. Method Man out the gate would be the most popular member out of Wu-Tang Clan. This in turn landed him a solo deal with Def Jam, and also he became the first artist out of Wu-Tang to do a solo album. In 1994, Method Man will release his solo debut called Tical, where we see Method Man and Raekwon battle for dominance. Years and years later, Method Man and Raekwon would give their individual takes as far as through interviews on how they felt about how the song came together and what they ultimately felt about the record.
Who's gonna like this song and who's gonna like that song? It was just fun.
Where did you guys write the Meth first show?
In the studio. That was.
And y'all went back and forth together?
Well, it was one of those joints where he wanted it and I wanted the song too, so kind of battled for it. It was one of those records that just happened. Like when you get a shot that just happens and you keep it. Yeah.
Was that a project could that song have ended up on Cuban Links on the Purple Tape? Is that what you mean when you said you guys battled for it?
Yeah, I think so.
Clip, James.
He always thought that was a little bad. Like, I wasn't really battling him. Like, Meth don't want to battle me, you know what I mean? And I don't want to battle him because he's witty with words. He got his way of doing things, and I definitely got my way of doing things. So, at the end of the day, that's my boy. You know, I love him to death. It was a miniature battle. You know, I was coming with mine, he was coming with his, and it was fun though, man. But you know I'm the greatest, man. You know who I am. You know, I'm a definitely knockout artist, for real.
Now it's time to get to the record, get to the bars. I'm gonna not only overanalyze the bars, I'm gonna underanalyze the bars because each MC, we never know what's happening while they're in the studio or what they're thinking. But this is just gonna be a look at what was said on the record. So Method Man starts off the song. Raekwon goes second. What I'm thinking is that Raekwon and other Wu-Tang members is like, why is Method Man so special? Why is he able to get an album before us? We can rhyme just as good. And that's not even from a hating standpoint. That's just because, you know, they all got super talent. Method Man's like, you know what? This is my debut album. Nobody's fading me on this album. So that's what I think they're going into this song and to this album. Like, the first bars we want to point out is the niggas thought they could walk a dog, but they got caught in a bad situation. So according to Wu-Tang vocabulary, walking a dog means hustling, means slanging. So what Method Man is trying to tell Raekwon is two things. Because if you're thinking about just walking a dog means that you can just take your dog for a walk. It's safe. Nothing's gonna happen, right? So Method Man's telling Raekwon that not only are you not coming on my block, you're not coming on my album thinking that you can just get your work off, get your bars off. It's not going to be a good situation for you to be in. These next couple of bars was outstanding as well. The sound short of a picnic. He's saying that Raekwon, you're not even sick enough. Like, your style's not even all there yet. And then I don't know if anybody ever brought ballistic missiles into the way he even said missiles, but ballistic missiles into a hip hop verse before Method Man did. So we definitely want to highlight those bars as well. These next bars are just showing there's just in hip hop there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to deliver rhymes. Like when he said the smoke from the lyrical make me cough. He's just showing you that you can talk about something in so many different ways, and that as an MC, you have to expound your mind. You have to think like nobody else is gonna think to separate. That's why Method Man is special. So from these bars, if you use the alphabet 49311, that's DICK. Power U is a woman. So basically, I'm smashing. He could have easily said that, but just going the long way just to deliver the bar, which probably went over, I'm pretty sure, everybody's heads. That just shows how much talent Method Man has. Now, Method Man would end the verse basically telling Raekwon that I just basically took your whole top frame off, hit your chest, cardiac arrest, right? And even the way he rapped, the rapid fire and attack, like the way he even spit that was phenomenal. And then he ends it off like I gave you a dangerous disease. He brought in NyQuil. He brought in the sniffling, sneezing, coughing, achy, stuffy head fever. How many times have we seen the NyQuil commercial? What a way to end the round. So Raekwon hears Method Man go in the booth and he's like, okay, Meth, I got you. Once I'm wound up, ain't no turning me back. You can front and you can get smoked, game over, right? But when he says lyrical assassin, he's bringing it back to the battle. This is all metaphorical. This is not going to happen. But what he's trying to say is lyrically, I'm going to take it there. I'm going to bring it to you. So then he says, I'm dressed in all black. I'm ready to put in work. 16 shots to your mug. You're done, right? So then he's like, after I'm done with you, I'm going to go to war with your block, your homies. Now that I'm done with you, I'm gonna kick it to them. So he's bringing in the football metaphor. I'm gonna punt it, but they're gonna fumble because they're not on it like that. I'm gonna just relax, reload the clip because we know that your homies stay strapped, but they just arm and they're not gonna counter attack. This is all that he's delivering in these first set of bars, and then he brings it back to in the session. So he's like, okay, we still in this session, we still in this cipher, we still in the booth. Let me finish you off, Meth. This next part of the battle is just when the song just goes left. Now, Raekwon says tack like attack. So attack you like chess. Make your next move your best move. If you know anything about Wu-Tang, it's always about mental chess, not only how to approach MCing, but to approach life. So we're going to see how Raekwon sets this up. Raekwon literally stops the song. Like if you hear how he's setting up the tack, yo, yeah, the boards like tack, like I'm about to attack, like I'm about to finish you off. Like these final rhymes are gonna be the end of the match. It's kind of like Mortal Kombat when you finish the opponent and they're in a daze and they're like, finish him. That's kind of like how Raekwon stopped the track and he delivers the final key piece to end the match. And I don't know, and it's crazy too because Method Man did not hit this many bars. I don't know if they were planning to continue. We wish we would have got at least one more round out of both MCs, but I do like the way this song just ended like that. And even the final now you're a slave with the boost that paved the way bar. I don't know if he's paying homage to Jizza, from the Bring the Ruckus. I'm more rugged than Slave Man Boots, but just the way he ended the bars, ended the song what a masterpiece. In 2010, Method Man and Raekwon would come together again off the Wu Massacre album, which was a Meth, Ghost, and Raekwon trio album. They would go back at it for Meth versus Chef 2, because if you really go back, they kind of say it wasn't a real battle, but if you really hear Raekwon on this song, and not only just the bars, but the ad libs that he does at the beginning and the hook and just how he delivered it, Raekwon was not playing. And not to say Method Man was playing, but I know in Method Man's deep heart, he's like, I gotta get back, I gotta come again, I gotta revisit this track. And a lot of people are saying or have said that they believe that Raekwon won round one on Tical. Meth came back, even though it was close. Meth won on Meth versus Chef 2. The good thing is that we know Wu-Tang is still not only active, but they're still together, they're still united. And you never know, we might get a Meth versus Chef part 3 on maybe a new Wu-Tang album. Maybe we get a new Wu Massacre, who knows? But we definitely would need a deciding round on Meth versus Chef 3 to settle all debates on who got it, who. But at the end of the day, this is just showing you that Wu-Tang Clan as a group and as individual artists always made sure that they brought the 100% lyrical abilities on every track. And that's why they are not only as relevant as they were back then, but as they are today. Shout out to Wu-Tang Clan.